This video will be about objective testing of your own visual acuity. Here's an official Snellen. The 2060 line is about 1 inch high, which I'll use for future reference. The problem with this chart are the numbers 1 through 11. No one standing at 20 feet knows what that means. And no one cares. So I suggest, if you get a Snellen, you write in big letters 2060, 2040, and 2020. And then when you stand at 20 feet, you can objectively tell your visual acuity. I will include a chart for free, which you can download and mark appropriately. Now I will show you how to use a chart. This chart is for free, of course, and you can print it out. But you can also adjust the size, bring it up on your computer, and you can adjust the size. Now, if you look at this is going to be difficult because I've got to hold it with two hands. If you look at the 2060 line, you can adjust the size of the PDC to 1 inch. That is the official size. This is for general check. Now you can stand at 20 feet and see if you can read those lines. Every other line will be proportionately correct, including the 2020 line. This is not a medical purpose, and it's certainly not a medical check. I personally use a test lens to determine my own my refractive status. It takes a little effort, but it's worth it. This does not tell you your visual health, but it does tell you your visual acuity objectively. The problem with most exams in an office is that the optometrist has absolutely no interest in your visual acuity. He has something looks like a chart or is an eye chart, but he immediately starts putting a strong minus lens on you. He's trying to get to 20/10 vision. Believe me. So if he can get you a strong minus lens and you're reading the 20/10 line and you don't know this, you, with 20/60 vision, which is acceptable, will wind up with a -2 to -3 diopter lens, when you'd probably read the 20/40 line if you checked. Now, I don't recommend driving with 20/60 vision, absolutely not. But everything else I would do, I would not have a minus lens on my face, except to drive a car. So this becomes a matter of what you want in your life. It becomes a matter of knowing that all prescriptions are for about 20/10 or anything they can get from a minus lens. They will never tell you of the problem of the minus lens, that, while well-intended perhaps, it just makes matters worse. Now that means a lot of independence for you if you just choose to accept it. I don't make claims of success much beyond 2050. But pilots, determined people, scientists who commit themselves to wearing the plus and no minus at 2050 or 2060 very slowly get a refractive change of about 3/4 of a diopter in 1 year. All this suggests that no one in medicine can prescribe anything having to do with prevention. You can say they're disconnected from science, objective science. You can say a lot of things, but I simply don't blame them, because very few people will set up a chart and actually look at it. The other item of information is that in a plus study done by Francis Young, it showed the eye going down as a normal course of events by half diopter per year, for children -2/3 of diopter per year. This comes directly from the child's reading habits in our modern society. It's tragic. I know that very few people will look at a Snellen, and very few people will commit to prevention at 2040. And no one in medicine will going to tell you anything. And that's the harsh reality of this difficult problem. So here's the top of the chart, and it will be in this video. I don't urge that people plunge off and try to do something unless they understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, and why long-term plus wear is required if you're in a 4-year college with 2040 vision. Only you can figure this out. This is not medicine. It's not a prescription. The plus does not cure. The plus can prevent if you know what you're doing. Best of luck, and I will post this video in due course. But don't try to get a medical person to do anything. They just are not equipped to do it. Don't argue with them. Thank you.